Hey, friends, it's been a while. I've missed you guys. I just have a semi quick message to share with you guys. One of my very dear friends called me recently and told me that he had just discovered through a physical that he was diagnosed with prediabetes and he wanted to know what to do. So I want to share that what I shared with him with all of you. And by the way, just so you know, these hacks will also help you to lose weight very quickly and very easily. So listen up. What to do when you are faced with pre-diabetes. This will also work for people with full-blown diabetes, okay? First thing is stay calm. It's not the end of the world. Diabetes is a very serious health condition, but it can be controlled and it can even be reversed. Please take my word on that. If you're willing to make the changes, you can completely reverse diabetes. That means that it is now a choice. So after you accept that you have to make some changes, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go home and you're going to clean out your cabinets. You're going to clean out your refrigerator. What are you throwing out? What are you removing? You're going to remove all of your sugary snacks. You're going to remove potato chips. You're going to remove cookies, candies, crackers, cakes. You're going to open your fridge. You're going to get rid of the ice cream. You're going to get rid of all of your juices, all of your sodas, and you're going to train yourself to learn to love water. All right, I just can't stress that enough. Liquid glucose is so egregious because your body does not have to take time to process it. It goes straight to your bloodstream, an immediate spike to your glucose, an immediate insulin. I will talk later in a different video about what you will replace all of this stuff with. But for now, just know you are free and clear to eat vegetables and meat and a little bit of fruit. You cannot go crazy with fruit because it does have sugar. All right. But fruit is still very good for you because it's so nutritious. Third thing you're going to do, you're going to establish some boundaries for yourself. When are you going to stop eating for the day? When is your last meal going to be? You can no longer eat all day long whenever you get ready to. You have to establish some boundaries. And yes, I am talking about intermittent fasting. You don't have to call it anything. You can just say, hey, I do not eat after 7 p.m. and I don't have my breakfast until 10 a.m. maybe. All right. So I want you to know that even if you get just a 12-hour fast in, that's a great start. That means if you stop eating at 7 p.m. and you don't eat anything else, you don't drink anything else except water, then you can have breakfast at 7 a.m. and that's a 12-hour fast. It includes your sleeping. How cool is that? All right. Eventually, I think a great goal is to get up to 15 to 18 hours of fasting. If you can do just that one hack alone, 18 hours of fasting, you will pretty much wave goodbye to pre-diabetes and diabetes too, as long as you're not going crazy during that other 6 hours with sodas and candy and ice cream. All right. The next boundary you're going to establish is how long am I going to give my body a chance to rest in between meals? Because remember, even if you're eating healthy food, it's still going to stimulate an insulin response. So you can't be eating all day long. You just can't do it anymore. Okay. All right. So the next question is, how often are you going to allow yourself to eat a crappy snack? All right. Nobody expects you to just cold turkey, never eat anything that you know is bad for you again, but you got to have some boundaries around that too. How often are you going to allow yourself to eat ice cream? Can't be every day anymore. How often are you going to allow yourself to eat anything that you know is ruining your health? Hopefully it won't be more than 2 to 3 times a week. You can be gentle with yourself and maybe scale back. Maybe this week you'll say, I'll have one bad thing every day. And that could be a huge improvement for you. All right. And then next week, scale it back. Hey, I'll do it every other day. But you want to get down to like 2 to 3 times a week. And I'm not talking about a whole meal. I'm talking about a crappy snack. All right. You just can't live like that anymore because it's killing you. All right. And the next hack is And I just want to tell you, these are coming from a book that I read not that long ago that I love. It's called Glucose Revolution. You should go get this book. Her name is Jessie. She's a young girl. She's a young woman. She's a scientist, not a doctor. I love this book so much. I learned so much that I'm able to use to help my clients with. Her name is Jessie. I can't pronounce her last name, but the name of the book is Glucose Revolution. These next few hacks are coming from her book. All right. Hack number 4, eat your foods in order. Eat your foods in the right order. That means on your plate, you will likely have veggie, a green veggie, a protein or fat, meat, and then healthy carb like a sweet potato. Well, in that instance, you're gonna eat your vegetables first. You're gonna eat your meat second, and then lastly, you'll eat your sweet potato. And if there's a dessert, you definitely want to eat that last. Just that hack alone. In her book, she described one of her clients saying that she lost 5 pounds in like 9 days just by eating her foods in order. So this is a big deal. This also reduces your glucose spike by over 70%, and it reduces the insulin spike by almost 50%. So this is a big deal. All right, next hack. Never eat sugar or starch. I don't care if it's healthy. I don't care if it's a strawberry. I don't care if it's a sweet potato. Never eat anything sugary or starchy on an empty stomach. That means for breakfast, no, you can't have oatmeal for the first meal of the day. It's going to skyrocket your glucose from 0 to 100 in no time. And what you want to do in managing diabetes or prediabetes is, instead of your glucose shooting straight up, you want it to gradually go up. That's the goal. Okay. So in order to do that, again, eat your foods in order. Just make it a rule of thumb. Eat vegetables with every meal, God forbid, and eat your vegetables first. Okay. So even if you have to have the oatmeal, just don't let it be the first thing down your esophagus. All right. And that goes for throughout the day too. So if you've been like 4 or 5 hours and you haven't eaten anything, you don't want to just, throw back a sweet snack or throw back even a sweet potato because it's starchy. You don't want to eat strawberries or cherries on an empty stomach because it's going to give you a tremendous glucose spike, a tremendous insulin response, and that's what you have to avoid now, okay? The next thing is, if you have to snack throughout the day, and hopefully you'll get to a point where you no longer feel the need to snack throughout the day in between meals, but during this transition, if you feel the need to snack, make sure you snack savory. Don't snack on sweet or carby snacks, okay? Eat some celery, eat an avocado, or if you eat meat, eat some jerky, some healthy jerky, all right? Don't snack on sweet foods. The next hack that she gives us is, this is a cool snack. So let's say you're going to you're at a birthday party, you've been doing great, you haven't been eating any junk food, you've made the changes, but they're serving cake and it's just rude not to eat the cake, right? So if you feel that you have to eat the cake, what you can do to prepare your body, if there's nothing else for you to grab in advance, take a tablespoon of vinegar. It can be any kind of vinegar, balsamic, apple cider, white vinegar, just some vinegar in a glass of water, just 1 tablespoon, not a teaspoon, glass of water, throw it back, eat the cake. It's going to greatly reduce the spike that you incur. All right. That hack is life changing. Get a small glass bottle, fill that sucker up with some apple cider vinegar, keep it in your pocketbook, keep it in your car. Always have some vinegar nearby for those emergency situations like that. Next hack is exercise. And it's not just because I want you to exercise. I'm going to say prioritize lifting weights. Why? Because your muscles are the second place that your body uses to store glucose. That means if you don't have muscles, your glucose is all going to just go straight to fat. And who wants that? So you need to prioritize muscles. Muscles are very, very important, especially as we age. Outside of just overall having a habit of exercising and lifting weights, building muscle, you want to, after a meal, if you can, if it's at all possible, at least 10 minutes increased heart rate. It could be cardio, just a nice walk right after you eat within 90 minutes of a meal. Within 90 minutes, if you can take a 10-minute walk, you're gonna make that glucose spike that would otherwise be going up very quickly, you're gonna slow it down and it's gonna go up a lot slower. All right. Now, of course, if 10 minutes is good, 20 minutes is great. If walking is good, running is amazing. If running is amazing, then lifting weights after a meal is life changing. Those are my hacks. The reason why this is so important is because insulin resistance is the underlying cause of so many other diseases. You don't want to live your life as a diabetic. In fact, Alzheimer's is now being called diabetes 3 because of the correlation between diabetes and Alzheimer's that has been recently discovered. And ladies, insulin is the cause of PCOS. That's that menacing health condition that affects your period and prevents you in a lot of cases from being able to have children. This is important stuff. This is this is what you need to know. This is what you need to be doing so that you can stay safe. I hope this message has helped someone. If you need help incorporating any of these hacks, please drop a message down in the comments. I'm happy to speak with you. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.